Hi everyone. Today we're looking at these fellas here. The Boss WL20L, a wireless system that gives a lot of freedom. And this thing's really straightforward. It's plug and play, not plug and pray. And this particular version, the one with the L on the end, is made for stuff which has active pickups or anything with a preamp or active electronics. I used to have one of the old systems with a battery pack hanging from your guitar strap and the transmitter with an antenna sticking up pushed down into your back pocket. And I have to say that having the entire system built around just the jack plug is a game changer. Now, so let's have a look. What's the difference between the 20L and the 20? Okay, the WL20 has what they call a cable tone simulation. I call BS, which in essence is just a capacitive loading to give that slightly rolled off sound. The sound just like a 3 meter guitar cable gives. So it's for using with passive pickups. Now, I don't know anybody who regards a 3 meter guitar cable as an essential element of their tonal sound. Okay, but if you absolute will have that sound and you've bought one of these, the WL, on your guitar, just dial back the treble half a notch and you'll get that authentic 3 meter cable sound. Okay, but let's be serious now. Now, Boss says you get about 15 meters of range, line of sight. I've had no troubles on stage, and I've been walking around with it from room to room at home, and it's rock solid. No problems. It runs on 2.4 gigahertz, and it finds out itself which of the 14 channels it's going to use. The latency is a tiny 2.3 milliseconds, and you definitely won't notice that. It feels instantaneous. So, how do you choose the channel? This is really easy too. Everything in this is easy. All you do to pair the well, we'll call it that one which goes into the pedal, the amplifier, or whatever, and that one which goes into the guitar. We'll call that the transmit and that the receiver. Strictly speaking, they both transmit and receive, but just to keep it like that. Okay, you will see that on the receiver there is a jack socket. So to pair them together, you do this. There they are, and it's blinking there. And what it's doing now, it's just finding the best channel for your use here and now. Yeah. There. All the lights have gone off. It's now ready to use. So that goes into your amplifier or pedals, and that goes into your guitar. Now, what about how long can you use it? They say 10 hours. And what happens is when you've only got an hour left, this light here turns orange. When you've got 30 minutes, it turns red. Now, I haven't used it for longer than 6 hours at a time. And I've not experienced the orange light yet. So I can guarantee 7 hours. Yeah. It may well be the 10 hours that Boss says, but I personally can't guarantee it. But it looks good. And I have to say, if your manager is booking gigs for you that are longer than 7 hours, you need a new manager. Okay. So we've got what about the charging? Oh, that's really good too. Now, you can charge them independently. That is one or the other. This one here has got a USB there, and this one has got one there. Now, if you've only got the one cable, again, you put them together as though you were going to pair them up, and then you just charge it up through the receiver side here. Now, what I've experienced is that when you charge them up, the smaller one, the one that goes into the guitar, it's obviously got less electronics and a smaller battery because that's finished charging first. And that one will in fact charge faster now once that is charged by pulling them apart. So there's obviously a little bit of current leakage there, even when it's fully charged. So that is really easy. Now, what have I forgotten? We've charged it up, we've used it, and I can say a little bit about turning it on and off. You don't have to. It's really easy. It's let's see if you can see it. Now, you might see there's a tiny little switch there. So when you plug this one into your guitar and that one into the amplifier or your pedals, it turns on automatically. And we'll try and find the other one. And you'll see, if I do that, the green light means it's turned on. So when you finish using it, you just take it out. So I'd just like to actually summarize this Boss wireless system. Okay, here comes the summary. It's a wireless system. It's made by Boss. You plug it in and it works. Okay, so what can I say? You can't go wrong with it. I'm really pleased. I have got one last thing to say. Yeah, because here I am sitting in a very tiny office, which I use as my studio. The green, if I might have made a full screen at the back when I put this out on the YouTube, we'll see. But anyway, it's small. And so when I'm recording things and I've got the headphones on with the cable, and before when I had the bass and the cable, it was just a mass of cables all over. And at least anyway, subtracting the number of cables in the setup by one, by using this at home, it is brilliant. In fact, I would say that I think it's even more useful when you're working in your studio at home than it is on stage. Okay, now I really have finished. So anyway, if I don't think you can go wrong if you buy one of these. As you can gather, I'm very pleased. Okay, see you in the next video.